Hi guys, welcome to my channel. In this tutorial, we'll be making this beaded kimono jacket. If it's something you're interested in, then let's get started. I'll be using the entire length of my Ankara fabric, which is 45. Then I went ahead to fold it into 4. The first thing I did was measure my shoulder, which was 8 inches. The next thing I did was to measure my sleeve, which was also 8 inches. After that, I went ahead to measure my neck, which was 3 inches. After that, I drew a horizontal line connecting to the shoulder, to the sleeve measurement. What I did next was to measure my sleeve opening, which is 9 inches. After that, I marked my chest line, which was 10 inches. Then I measured my bust measurement plus 4 inches. Then I marked the measurements all around. I went ahead to mark 1 inch folded allowance for my sleeve. Then I connected the sleeve with a slight curve. After that, I cut out my fabric. After that, I'll remove one piece, so I'll be cutting the front and the back separately. For my neck measurement, I just drew a slant line, like a V. I just drew it to like my waist measurement, so I just cut it out. For the back piece, which will be adding the beads, I went ahead to take out 2.5 inches, then I cut it out. Once I'm done with that, I'm going to interlock all my fabric. Then I'll fold that back piece by half an inch. That's why we cut out 2.5 inches, not 3 inches. I hope you understand. I've gone ahead to stitch the hem of my back pieces. After that, I'll stitch both front and back shoulder together. I've gone ahead to cut out my band. The measurement of the band is 2.5 inches on the fold, and the length was the full length of the front, for both sides, and also the neck measurement for the back, that is 6 inches. What I'm doing is just pinning the band to the front piece. I'm going to stop pinning at the shoulder. When I get to the shoulder, then I'll measure 6 inches. That is for our neck measurement. Once I mark the 6 inches, the other front piece will start from that marked 6 inches. Once I'm done pinning the band in place, I'll go ahead to my sewing machine and stitch. After I'm done stitching the band, I'll be stitching the hem of my front piece. I'll be stitching it by 1.5 inch. After that, I'll be turning my sleeve by 1 inch. Then I'll go ahead and sew the side of my kimono jacket. The next thing I'm going to do is to make 4 straps for my drawstring. I will measure the desired length of my drawstring, then I'll mark it. After that, I'll go ahead and stitch down the opening, like my side stitches. I'll stitch it down. Once I was done stitching, I realized the opening was too small for me to pass the rope. So if you want to make your own, you can make your side allowance 1 inch so that you'll be able to pass your string with ease. Thank God I had a small safety pin which helped me to pass the string through it. Once I'm done with that, I went ahead to stitch it in place. This should be the effect it gives once you're done, but I was not really feeling this drawstring because it was quite tight, so I think I'll be removing it after I'm done with this tutorial. The next thing I'll be doing is adding our bead. I have this plastic crystal bead at home, so I'll be using that. I will also be using this needle. I'll also make use of fishing line. You should actually get the tiniest fishing line. I think that is 0.3, I'm not sure. What I'm doing here is marking 2 inches down from the neckline. That's where I'll start my beading. I went ahead to tie my fishing line before I started beading. I'm just making sure the fishing line is secure before I start beading to avoid story that touches the heart. I will be making the bead strand 6 inches. That is the measurement of the neckline. Remember, we cut out 5 inches, then we folded half an inch. That is making 6 inches. So the bead strand is 6 inches. Then for when I'm done with that, I'm going to pass the fishing line. I'm not going to cut it. I'm going to pass it inside of the fabric so that it will not show outside. When I pass it, I make sure the fishing line is secure. Once I'm done with the first strand, for the second one, the space between them will be 1/4 inch. After that, this bead strand, I made a bead strand 7.5 inches, like I added 1.5 inches to it. When I was halfway through it, I noticed that it was giving me this funny shape and I did not like it. Maybe because the chin line was not the tiniest one, so that's why I said you should make use of the tiniest one. But I went ahead to use my thread, which was quite okay. I make sure it was 8 strand. I don't think it's going to rip off. This is how the finished project looks like. If you'll be recreating this, please don't forget to tag me on my Instagram. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Bye.